After hearing that intensified and detailed articulation presentation of our total school condition, I think I can join the applause of Reverend Greg Ties of the timing. I really think that in my heart, this presentation, I know y'all done it over and over again, but in terms of communicating with the community, but I just feel like, I think I'm right when I said it, Reverend. I think that in the days of so much economical depressions and a lot of factors has assisted in causing us the public, to have diversified opinions about the school board, and you cover that very well. Now, I rose to tell you congratulations publicly because I have ears that hear a lot of things. All of them aren't good, but I'm going to take a minute right here, then I'm going to watch the committee's film of that great game they played Friday night. When this Board of Education hired Dr. Steve Price, let me go on record somewhere in your report. I think I was the only citizen in this community that didn't maintain too much silence on my convictions. And I didn't want to see another Caucasian superintendent, period. And there's a reason for that. It was because of the years, over 100-something years, of Middletown School District, and I had never seen a he or she African-American, and that's to me very important. And I recall catching a lot of flack from a lot of people. That's common, but that's all right. And so when I met Dr. Steve Price, I didn't lie to him. I was talking at one of the banquets there in the little, you might recall that. If you didn't, I'm going to remind your brains. And he already knew how I felt because this town talks, watch Pringle, and I just told him. And let me tell you what he said to me. Now, I can't remember where I left my glasses, but I can remember what I tell you. He said to me, Bishop Pringle, don't you watch me and trust me for what I say, but you watch what I do. And I did. And we've had our moments. Well, that's what that word M-A-N means, in man or woman. You ought to be able to have confrontations, angry, passionate, but honest, without falling out, like the Reverend Pryor's speech was, forgiveness is not an option, it's a command. But let me just bring to those who are secretly just happy about trying to keep Middletown community, school district, and the city building, city council, with the same interests I have, but different views, and that's their right. But we being, I ain't hired anybody, Board of Education, I'm seeing if I remember right. You hired Dr. Steve Price, one, to increase diversity. Now, this town isn't the best town on the map for diversity. Never has been, but I happen to know for a fact, and I said in private, and I'm saying in public, this Board of Education and Steve Price definitely worked as sincere to prevail, to reach that objective in diversity. Not too much progress in that area, but he done his job, as far as I'm concerned, because he met with a lot of opposition in many areas. Two, I think you hired him also for the sole purpose of maintenance, school maintenance. I never seen so many new buildings in my life so quickly that might not have any students there as I've seen in all these buildings. And I personally thought y'all had some money that you paid in advance to build them buildings, knowing that the crisis we were in. But he done that successfully. Third, let's deal with the what you just made on this speech tonight about the increase of passing a levy. And I was trying to study where else in Ohio, and I'd like to know where else in this nation, has any superintendent, with the help of a community, but he was a bulldog tenacity, oftentimes on my nerve, but I respect him when I was on his nerve too, and that's real good for him. That's healthy mentality. Has passed, I heard you say more, I thought he just passed 2. Think about this. AK Steel had its problems, its moments. Our economy is embarrassing to this day, and I have said openly that I don't even think we're going to recover as a city at a minimum of 5 years, and I feel strong about that for the pain and the crisis we all have gone through and suffered. And this is no indictment on AK Steel, it's a reality. But he passed 2 levies. Think about that for a while. You can pass 2 levies, but everybody hot at you as hell. You must know what you're doing. There's one more thing. What was it? Diversity? School maintenance? Proficiency tests? One more thing there. What was it? Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Reverend Tash. Where you going around the school board? Academic excellency, all right? Now, your report validates the fact that we need improvement there, in the area. But I think that we all have to deal with this realistically and honest as a community. I'm talking to my good friend back there, Brother Trick. Brother Trick, I'm talking to you directly because I need you to help me on this, keep this town moving. In midst of all the animosity and argumentation, confusion and dissension, somewhere you got to give a man the credit he earned. You earned this, Steve. I'm not giving you no flowers. You earned it, and I appreciate that. You understand me? But there's another part that we all been quiet on. I heard you. I didn't hear that. I read that in the Middletown Journal. Very good article. About after all this noise and antagonistic and sincere and both sides of the nickel. But you said these words, let me see if I can quote it. There it is. It's time for us to heal. It's time for us to heal. And one cannot heal carrying grudges. One cannot heal not forgiven. And above all, one cannot heal without being honest and candid with each other. And this whole town needs a healing cleansing. We're going to pass a levy that I'm supporting. I even used to wear my pen out of town for everybody in the middle of town. And some people told me to take it off, but I usually have it on. So we got to have a cleansing from the whole community. We can't be divided in the east or given the second ward or any area. And all those pains that was passed yesterday, there are pains we must recognize. I have a scar on my wrist. I was 10 years old in Flint, Michigan, out there singing and preaching at the age of 10. And ran across the field. I didn't see anybody in the field. A young boy walked up. Remember this as long as you live. And he snatched me. I'm a good, humble person. And he snatched me, and I put the Nelson on him. And I looked down, and I saw that blood, so I just figured that he got cut on some glass. So I released him, and I got up. It was my arm that got cut. And I'm 74 years of age. As long as I live, I've done 2 things. I forgave the boy, but I remember the scar. So somewhere in our process, if this town's going to heal white, black, rich, poor, those who feel like they control this city, it just might be another day for all of us. A new control team. We got to heal. So now I'm going over to Middletown to Reverend, what's that man's name? Bailey's church. Y'all come go with me a while and watch Middletown films, that I'm going to need some pain pills.